Hello, everybody out there on Facebook Live. Great to see you today. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be opening doors in just about 30 seconds. Thank you for your patience. Great. Okay, gang, here we go. Hello. Hello, everybody. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you so much for being here with us on New Year's Day, the last day of 2020, which I earlier called the no good, very bad, terrible, very bad, horrible, no good year, which I'm sure should be said in a completely different style, but hopefully folks know the Alexander book that I am referencing. Let's say goodbye to 2020 and hello to 2021. We're celebrating 12 hours early here on the East Coast and maybe some hours early or later there for you, but nobody's later than actual New Year's Day or New Year's Eve, so that's good. Really glad to have you all with us today. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to everybody out there on Facebook Live. And hello and welcome to everybody in the room. So super excited to have Kathy Bullock and Emma's Revolution with us today. And I want to say thank you to Aaron Geyer, who is on the tech. And I want to say hi to Sheila in Florida, Deborah in Kentucky, Anna in Maryland. Hello, Anna. Nice to have you back. Busy from Carpe Diem, coming in from Maryland. Dion in Massachusetts, Kathleen in Albuquerque, Susan in Idaho, Bill in Victoria. Ida, hello in Cambridge. Nice to have a little one in the room today. Doug in Vermont. Delhi in DC, hello, and hello, Kathy in Virginia, Dennis in British Columbia, Emma, hello, nice to see you today, glad you're with us, Susan in Ohio, Jamie in Victoria, Janet in Georgia, thumbs up to Georgia, and Sarah, hello, Mary Eagle in Western North Carolina, Jenny in Victoria, Julie, hello, nice to see you today, Sue in California, Bonnie in Idaho, Luda in BC, Sandy in the Yukon, Caroline, nice to see you coming in from the home base. Gay, thank you for being here today. Dick and Kathy, great to see you again from the Getting Higher Choir. Carolyn in Idaho, Nancy in, Oregon, Washington. Whoop, brain gone. Harriet coming in from Chicago, hello, nice to see you. Barb in Kentucky, and Lynn in Connecticut, and Kevin in New Hampshire, and Ann in DC, and Isabel in Florida, and Tom in Victoria, Dan in Virginia, Lisa in Indiana, Jane in the UK. Hello, Rick and Mariana. Nice to see you guys. I'm so glad you're here today. One of our other song leaders, Susan in Seattle, Rosie in Michigan. I'm a little bit like Molly yesterday, running out of breath, and I'm only in the hellos part. Imagine if I had to sing. Hello to Ellen. Nice to see you today. I'm not sure if you might be new to us, coming from Piscataway. And hello, Susan and Shirley outside of Gettysburg. And Christiana, nice to have you today. Whew. And who else is here? James in Tacoma Park, Karen in Arizona, Arlene, hello in California, and Arlene's right-hand guy or left-hand guy, depending on which direction your camera is. Jane in Illinois, Beryl in Chicago, Francette and Dale in Colorado, Annette in California, Martha in Oregon, Terry and Sandy and Michelle, and Michelle coming in from Trinidad and Tobago. Great to see you again. It's been a while. I'm glad you're here. Moria in California, and Whitby also coming in from Cambridge, another small person in the room. Fran in DC, Tora, hello, nice to see you. Anne, hello, nice to see you. Aloysius coming in from Western Mass, and all the folks off of video, Catherine, Belinda, Sandra, Marcia, Margaret, Lois, Joni, Gwen, and anybody I missed, I'm so sorry, and hope we'll get to say goodbye to you on the back end of today. Thank you so much to all of you for being here. And thanks again to everybody out there on Facebook Live. It's lovely to have 82 people in the room. And now everybody take a deep breath with me. Ready? It's so great to have you all here. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining us on this day, which feels really monumental. And I hope everyone has planned something to mark the closing of this year for whatever time it is, where you are now, however many hours from now when it gets to your official midnight. I did mention in the email to bring bells. So we're lucky enough today to have two songs in the room. Emma's Revolution is going to sing a song, Another New Year, that they have written. Kathy Bullock is going to close us out today with Auld Lang Syne. And when she is done, we are going to unmute everybody. And we hope to hear some bell ringing. So if you didn't bring your bells, please dash off quickly and grab your bells, or make bell sounds with your mouths, or however else you might feel like sounding like a bell. All right. So a couple quick announcements. Aaron Geyer, thank you for running the tech. And the donate link is in the chat as always. My email is in the chat as always if you want to be on our daily Antidote email list. And I want to thank Kathy Bullock for co-hosting today and Emma's Revolution for being here. And Pat and Sandy, so excited to hear your song and to hear all about it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you're here.
Thank you so much.
Nice to see you all, and hello to all of those on Facebook who are seeing us that we can't see. But it's morning for us here in California, so there's a little morning voice going on. But
it's an auspicious morning, last day of the very good, the horrible, terrible, no good, very bad year.
Yes. Good riddance, 2020. Wow. So this is a little bit less of a typical sing along kind of thing, but Sandy says that when Mariah Carey does all of her vocal calisthenics, people sing along anyway. So sing along. I won't do those sorts of calisthenics, just so you know, but the phrasing might be a little bit irregular. So feel free to sing along in any way that works for you. New year, more light, Woodstove burning through the night. Hold me close and hold me tight. Another new year. Day breaks, hours fly. We can't stop them though we try. If you stay here, so will I. Another new year. I was weary of the past, never really knowing how love would save the best for last. Lead me where I'm living now. Day ends, still awake, thankful for each breath I take. Still more promises to make. Another new year. Starlight fills my view, planning all the things we'll do. Growing old and loving you. Another new year. I was weary of the past, never really knowing how love would save the best for last. Lead me where I'm living now. Starlight fills my view, planning all the things we'll do. Growing old and loving you. Another new year.
Wow, Pat, that was, oh my goodness. That was so heart-filled. It was tender and sweet and beautiful and just like, oh,
Thank you so much, Kathy.
Oh my gosh. Ah, yes, yes, another new year. And so timely too. And so timely, don't you think? Now why is that my little Figaro? Why is he doing my husband
Figaro
just,
wants to sing it again because Figaro didn't really get to sing the bridge part that happens twice.
y'all go on talking while I get hold of him.
Okay.
Well, this is sort of a longing love song. It sadly wasn't reflective of what was happening at the moment, but it was longing for something, something better to happen. So we thought it's especially appropriate for this year.
And I think one of the things that's been going around, and maybe you all have seen it on Facebook or your friends have been talking about it, just to think about one thing that was positive from this crazy, horrible, terrible, no good, very bad year. And there really have been those moments where we actually have connection like this, which is amazing. And we never would have had it in our world if we hadn't been forced to do it. I wouldn't have asked for this reason for why we all know how to get together now across time zones, across states, across countries. But I'm so glad for it. It's amazing. So, kind of consider that if you haven't already considered it for your day today. What is one thing that is a beautiful thing that you can bring from this year? And then, of course, the thing that we often do is what is the one thing we want to bring into this next new year? And we know that whatever good we are hoping for in 2021 tomorrow will only happen from whatever we actually do and whatever we actually choose to do together as a community, as families, as countries. The world that we want to create depends on us creating it. So I definitely wish for more creativity in all senses, political creativity, artistic creativity, and joyful community creativity together.
And also want to give thanks for folks like Joe and Aaron and Kathy and others who have kept the music going to keep us going every single day through this horrific time, so that we can be connected to one another. I'm really grateful for the opportunity to see faces that sort of brighten up the day, and also the opportunity to collectively grieve, because a lot of us have lost a lot of people through this time, and to not have to do that grieving entirely in isolation has really been a tremendous gift. So thank you all for your part in sharing that load.
That is so, so true. So true. What you have helped to do, Joe, is not only affirm the family that already was available through Washington Rebels, but extended it so much that it has touched parts all over the world. And so my heart is so much more open and so much more grateful to every person who is here right now and who has shared this time, this journey that we've taken together from then till now. I'm just forever, that brings tears to my eyes too, because like you said, so many have suffered so much loss. But even in the midst of loss, I actually have my son here, my God, from New York for months, which would never have happened in little Berea, somebody who lives in New York City, opposite. So I mean, even in the midst of all the trauma and everything, that we can find little pieces, of joy. And thank you for the encouragement and the wisdom that both you, Pat and Sandy, have shared. I also want us to think about the writer. Now, why can't I think of her name? She says, "We are the ones we've been waiting for." We are the ones,
right,
for us to not throw the gauntlet down and say, "Okay, I'm done." But it's like renewed spirit as we move ahead. Thinking about our friends in Nashville who were just suddenly on Christmas Day, lost homes and things. Fortunately, more loss of life, and all of those who have had challenges daily, ones we know and we don't know. So collectively, when you look around on the Zoom and look in Facebook, we're not really alone. Even if we are alone, we're not. Heart to heart. So that is. Did you want to say more, Pat, Sandy? Y'all were just. It was just beautiful. Your singing.
I just want to remember to say that grateful to all the people who are in Georgia who've already voted. Grateful to all the people who are supporting people get out the vote in Georgia. I know we have a friend who said, I'm going to be listening to this program, but while I'm writing my postcards and doing my texting, that kind of thing. So there we go. It was, I think someone put it in the chat who it is, right? June Jordan.
Yes. People, yes, y'all. Alice Walker said it was June Jordan who wrote, "We are the ones we have been waiting for."
I could only hear Bernice Johnson Reagan's voice singing it with Sweet Honey in the Rock, but I couldn't remember who wrote it. So just a big shout out for Georgia on January 5th, really to create a 2021 where we can get some stuff done in Congress.
Yes, it's time, y'all. Time to go. It's been time, but absolutely. And whatever the results, we will make it through. We'll just go forward. We'll do what we have to do, on fire. Continuing to keep the fire up. Wow. As several of you, Joe, had told me, would really love to sing Auld Lang Syne. And so I thought maybe we could flow into that right now. I'm still thinking of that gorgeous song that Pat just sung. It just like took me to this place. But we can stay in that space because Auld Lang Syne really having to do with long ago, looking back with nostalgia about the beauty from the past. And so, Aaron, if you could put it in the chat, we will do just the first verse and maybe the second verse. Now, my friend Allie Burns, who's a wonderful Scottish composer, she's from lives in Scotland, has done a lot of research on Robert Burns, who's associated with this song, and has even come up with another variation of the song. It's beautiful. So I invite you to look her up in the future. And I thought we would do the first verse, and I'll take a stab at the second verse. And my Scottish friends, I hope they don't get on me too bad. I'm going to try to say the words correctly. But we can sing together. And if you look at the chat, Facebook, I don't know if you can do that. The second verse is, we twa have run about the braes and put the gowans fine. We run about the hills and pull the daisies fine. Something like that. But we wandered money really fit. Since days of Auld Lang Syne, we've done weary foot. We've wandered or traveled. So that's sort of what the feel for the song Auld Lang Syne here. Okay, so here we go.
Oh, you
Days, how about for days of new?
Thank you, everybody. That was totally spectacular. And I actually heard some folks coming in with some suggestions that I couldn't hear, but we are going to ask folks if they want to unmute again afterwards. We're going to say goodbyes to everybody who needs to leave, and anybody who wishes to stick around for a few minutes and do a little more celebrating or chatting, you're all welcome to do so. Thank you so much for bringing new year energy into the room. Thank you so much to Pat and Sandy for bringing the reflective and heartfelt and warm energy, and to Kathy for bringing whatever you even want to label that energy. Thank you, thank you. Love, love, love to both of you. Well, to both squares of you so much, or all three of you. Super appreciative.
I need to say thank you again to you, Joe, to Washington Rebels, to Carpe Diem for making all of this possible, and everybody who supported it over this entire year.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you right back. Thank you from all of us to you guys.
Thank you, Busy, as well.
Busy,
Yep.
yes. Thank you, Busy.
Big thank you to Busy Graham and all the folks at Carpe Diem Arts and Washington Rebels and all the folks there, because it has been a total group effort. And really mostly thanks to everybody in this room, because it's your smiles, your faces, your energy, your participation, and your presence that actually is making it be what it is. It's really all about all of us in such a major way. And I'm so grateful to everybody here. So I want to say goodbye and thank you to everybody on Facebook Live. Thanks for joining us. If you're interested in coming into this room to stick around for a few more minutes of discussion, you can go to the Revels DC website and click on Daily Antidote and join us in the virtual room, and you'll find us there. And otherwise, we look forward to singing with you tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here.